Let this be a lesson to all of you kids out there. You better behave in school, or else your stepfather's gonna get you. The Stepfather, released in 1987 and is directed by Joseph Ruben, who's also behind such films like True Believer, Sleeping with the Enemy, Our Winning Season, and The Forgotten. And this film is starring Terry O'Quinn, Jill Schoelen, and Shelley Hack. And the reason why we're watching The Stepfather today is because it was a recommendation from my very first channel member on YouTube. Thank you very much to Roderick Hare. The first one, my very first channel member. Thank you so much. I just recently reviewed your recommendation of Life Force that you recommended with your membership, so thank you very much. If anyone else out there also wants to help contribute and become a member of this community and a member of this channel, you can select the membership button that is in the bottom of this video, and you can check out all the different tiers I have in there and the rewards that you get from each one. Select which one works best for you. I appreciate anything that you can send my way. And you could also click on the QR code that is in the bottom left corner of your screen right now and send over a PayPal donation. And if you have a movie recommendation with that, you can send it over there too. And if I have access to it, I will watch it, review it, and give you a little shout out, just like what I did with Roderick. Thank you again so much, and can't wait to see, if you stick around for next month, what recommendations you have there. Maybe you'll recommend The Stepfather 2 and 3, which I just found out are actual things, and it doesn't make sense with what happens in this movie, but I'm kind of curious to see where the story goes. Jerry Blake has recently married into a family of a wife and a 16-year-old daughter. But what these two don't know is that Jerry used to be Henry Morrison, who was also married to a big family and recently murdered them all. And this is kind of his MO. He's a psychopathic serial killer who is just looking for the perfect family, and when that family starts to disappoint him, he tries to uproot and he leaves no trace behind. And as his new stepdaughter Stephanie starts acting out at school, Jerry is feeling those urges again to kill this family and start anew. But Stephanie is catching on to Jerry and is trying to dig up his dark and dreary past. I think I've always known about this film, but I've never watched it. I remember watching trailers and previews for the remake in the late 2000s, I think. Never watched that movie either. But I also feel like this is a horror home invasion trope that you see in a bunch of like horror TV shows of someone coming in, marrying into a family, and then killing them eventually for the insurance money or something. And I was part right with this guy. I thought it was going to be about the money, but no, this serial killer, he's a bad person. Let me just preface that. He's a terrible person. He kills people. He's a brutal antagonist. But I love it when a story gives me great explanation as to why said villain, why said serial killer is like how they are. This man is not doing it for the joy of doing it. In fact, when he kills, you can tell that it just upsets him, and he's distraught over having to erase this terrible family past, because all this guy wants is the perfect family. He wants the perfect family life where he has a wife, where he has kids, and the kids are great at school, and the wife loves him unconditionally. They don't ask questions. Everything is perfect. They have great meals, like dinner meals together, and great outdoor gatherings with neighbors and families and friends. It's the American dream. It's the white picket fence dream. That's what he wants. And when he doesn't get it, or when he thinks that all these people are just corrupted, he Control-Alt-Deletes and tries to restart with a new family in another location. Now, I'm not condoning what he does in here, but I can appreciate the motivation of this character. I like that he's not just some psychopath who's just going from family to family and killing them and killing them and killing them just for the thrill of doing it. He has a purpose. He has a reasoning of what he wants. He has a desire of a perfect life. The problem with this guy, though, we'll just call him Jerry. That's the version that we see most in this movie. The problem with Jerry is he doesn't want to work at that perfect family. He just wants it. He wants it provided to him. He doesn't realize that in order to achieve said perfect family, or to achieve that American dream, that white picket fence dream, you have to work for those things. You have to earn those things. You have to put in the work, and when you do that, then that reward eventually comes to you from the cosmos, or just from karma in general. Things are not just handed to you on a silver platter, and I'm suspecting that there's something in this character's past when he was a kid that things were given to him on a silver platter in some way, shape, or form. It sucks because I kind of wish we would have gotten more backstory on him, like where he came from and why he wants this picture-perfect family dream, but I also kind of like that it's mysterious and they don't tell us. They give us little hints and he says certain lines about his past. He had a rough upbringing and things like that, but they never completely dive into it. Maybe they do in the sequels, which again, still like blows my mind. How are there sequels to this movie? With how this movie ends, how is there more stepfathers like this? Maybe he has brothers. Are there two identical brothers of him that go around who are also stepfathers? Oh my god, please tell me that's what it is. If I watch those films and it's not identical twin brothers, then I'm going to be extremely disappointed. The film is an hour and a half, which is a good length for a home invasion, psychological thriller horror film, and I really dug this. I felt that the tension and the suspense of when this guy is finally going to crack, just guessing on when that happens, I was kind of on the edge of my seat, and I was looking forward to seeing that switch of this guy. You also have this detective in here who was the brother of a former wife of Jerry's, a previous life, so he's searching for him. He's going into the house, he's looking up old magazine articles that were ripped out and trying to get a sense of where this guy is now. His story was kind of a letdown because he was just this side fixture who keeps getting closer and getting more of the scent of this serial killer. But then when we get to what actually happens to him, it's a bit of a letdown. Like, really, dude? You didn't see that coming? You idiot. The film, to me, just had a great sense of realism. Like, I feel this could happen in real life. And when it has that grip in reality for me, that gives me an extra sense of terror. There are some creepy-ass motherfuckers out there. In particular, in the men gender, they kind of fucking suck. So to see someone going from one family to the next, trying to find that perfect family, and eventually, like, holding them hostage and doing terrible things to the family that they marry into, I definitely see that happening in this world. I'm almost certain that it's happened in this world, actually. It makes for a very compelling horror story, and yeah, I really dug this. I was shocked at how much I liked this movie. I'm gonna give The Stepfather 4 out of 5 Blu-rays.
I like it a lot.
So guys, have you seen The Stepfather? What did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across because of this video, then comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell. See you the next time I'm releasing next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.